Field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 61 yards. And the 49ers have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they go play action with Howell. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Faking the handoff. Howell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 31, Howell escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake. Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 52.
On the counter, Mitchell.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
And Lance now to throw. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel.
Hook up a 15 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 41. Watch the run. Switch. You got that right there.
First down, Howell to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tight dog. Check 31.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Once more with Mitchell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Howell
finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Third and long. Here's Howell. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
On play action, Lance.
Dancing to his left.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Howell throwing on first down here.
Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Howell.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Check 26, check 26.
On second down, they'll run it here. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Howell, 3rd and goal.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now receiver in motion left.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52. Drill, 52. There's the part now.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Room here to run. And they work this out past the 25. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Howell. He'll fire one downfield for Fant.
And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Second down throw for Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Ren. Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, Cottrell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They'll go play action. Howell.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
64 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
13 yards there on a Washington first.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
On on second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Powell.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
And Howe will throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That's Samuel, caught left side.
Lance finding Debo there for the Niner first.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some space here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 109 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Here we go, set. 60 red. 60 red.
A give running right is Mitchell. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check.
Right back to Mitchell here. Taken down at the 30.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And some room to work. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Elijah Mitchell.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Niners are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
The point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Howell throwing on third down here.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. That 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Cottrell.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go ultra.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. As we sign off here, we thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.